Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On the series strategy game, and we're returning to a let's play of Kaiserreich, where we're playing as the Union of Britain. So we are in war, of course, against the Entente and the Germans, so the Reichspakt and the Donaupact. So basically all three large factions, apart from our own, the Third International. Our faction isn't doing too badly. I'm slightly worried about the Soviets over here on the Eastern Front, but on the Western Front it seems like we are holding out kind of nicely against the Germans. We've definitely held against the Italians. We do have a couple of troops over here, well, fleets actually, which I'm trying to evacuate now. These guys are going to go to various ports here in Northern Africa that are currently occupied by us, so that I think should be alright. And then what I want to do is I want to really quickly try another step here at the Azores Islands. With our newly built marines, so you should see somewhere over here. We've got two marine squadrons. They're not the best. These guys are a little bit short of infantry equipment and manpower. Well, we're gonna see whether these guys are gonna do any good. I think it's time to try and start this, because I want to take the Red Army here, which is what these guys are part of. And I want to send them up over here onto the northern route to try and ultimately get to Canada, so that we can be a little bit more aggressive up over there. Alternatively, we could try the southern approach over here, especially get a lot of oil, because our fuel situation is horrible. But yeah, we're gonna have to see about that. So these guys are coming over there. That is alright. Do we have anyone else who could be joining us here? We've got this scout fleet, which currently isn't the strongest, but you know what, that's fine. You don't necessarily need to be. Let's bring you up over here towards Lisbon, and I think from there we'll be able to take it, and then we're going to see about these destroyers. And again, I'm somewhat willing to at some point re-establish or do a naval reorganization, a pretty big one. A lot of ships are here. I don't really like that, because in the central Mediterranean Sea we have seen them being shot up pretty badly. Also, apparently we are still a little bit short on convoys up over here. We'll have to see whether that is really going to work out. There are, of course, a lot of German submarines, some of which we are sinking here, so that is nice. But you know what? I think one thing that we could do is ask these guys here to be actually coming up over here and be on convoy escort in either of these two regions, and that should be fairly nice. Anyone else here who needs repairing, apart from you do? Yeah, so that's okay, and you're still on convoy escorting, so yeah, you're going to come up there, and these destroyers are just going to repair at some convenient point in the near future. Good stuff over there, and I think all of our troops have more or less managed to get out of here with a little bit of damage only, so that is okay. Other than that, there's of course a lot of fighting in Denmark, which I'm very excited about actually. So, yeah, Germans lost 4 submarines over here, very good result. We are trying to break through here with a couple of our tanks. It's more of a proof of concept to try and see how strong our tanks will be, whether they are going to be enough to break through a squadron of Germans. But again, the main battle is, I think, down here, where we're trying to squeeze in with these... Ooh, could you attack over here? Oh, you're going over here. That's alright. Is anyone reinforcing that position? Well, you seem to be trying to reinforce that. So let's try to prevent that at the very least, just by doing an attack over here. I know it's not going to succeed, then that's not the goal. The goal is that you guys here do get here first, so that we are splitting up all of these guys. And that is what is happening. You are being attacked now, but you know what? All in all, that seems to be a fine battle for us. So at that point, I think you can stop this attack, and then we're going to see what's going to happen. So they have a port, I think, down here, and they do have a port up here. So we haven't really isolated anyone here. But still... Where are you coming from? Are you coming from up here or there? Hard to tell. Well, I suppose what we could do is just try to attack into here. We're only at 39% of their organization, but these guys are pretty horrible, actually. So yeah, let's try to see whether we can at least well, gradually kill them off, and at least shorten their well, weaken their hold is what I mean to say, of this region. Right, let's keep an eye on all of these battles going on over there. We've got, well, we did sink a convoy there. That's nice. You guys don't need to do this right now. I think we're going to keep the airplanes intact over there and here. That's pretty okay, as well as over there. Another battle over here with their submarines and our destroyers. And as we are seeing, spotting one of their submarines, it does get sunk. So that's nice. Convoy, of course, it's not that nice to lose that. But on a one-on-one ratio, I'm going to take these losses any day. Right, okay, this is just the eternal battle over there. You guys are fine over here, are you? Who are you, actually? Okay, just some random submarine. And you are regaining organization there, so that's okay. Right, how do our guys look over here? Are you getting any experience or any reinforcements? It's sort of stuck at 63%, and I'm wondering why that is. Current manpower. Is it because you're on foreign territory? That would be a little bit awkward. Ooh, 19 convoys sunk there. And a good number of convoys being attacked over here, although they do have a couple of destroyer squadrons. And that is a problem. I suppose what I could do is, well, either send up a scout fleet, you guys. They don't really seem to be doing that well for this job. And we are very, very low on fuel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a new unit over here. It's going to be 4 light cruisers. And I think what I would like to do is take another light cruiser squadron. How about this one here from Air Fleet number 2? Gonna join you up with that. And then we're gonna take one of these light cruisers down here. And you're gonna join up back with these guys. So that does mean that we have a new group over here, which we are gonna call the anti-submarine warfare group. So the idea here is that these guys, which should have extremely good light attack, are going to hunt down groups like this. And they're going to try to find destroyers, and they're going to try to find and they're going to try to sink them. And I think I would actually like at least another ship of this sort of caliber. So how about you here? Join up with these guys as well. And we're going to strip you here of another ship, which we're going to send down here. And that's going to be fine. Right, and you then, do you need to be a different fleet than these guys are? Potentially you do. So yeah, let's attach an admiral to you. Blockade runner, of course, is not the correct one. Iron sight, no, not really. Positioning, I think that might be nice. Do we have anyone who's a spotter or something? Sea wolves, yeah. I think you here are best, the superior tactician. Visibility is nice because I think it does give us a bonus because we are comparatively fast compared to our speed. On the other hand, fleet size penalty. Since you guys will be having relatively small squadrons. Oh no, let's go for concealment expert. I don't think I need you to retreat. So let's pick you. And your job is going to be to simply conduct patrols down here in the Cape Verdean plain. Of course, you're going to come down there relatively easily. And of course, we're going to give you a star because all of our navies have a star. We're communists after all. Right, up over here. Where are you guys going? Just some other place. Okay, that's fine. You apparently won over here. That is nice. Can you get into here? I wonder. Oh, yeah, you can. And that's brilliant because that means you can take this harbour. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that very much. Because that means these guys should now all be out of organization pretty much. Right, let's grab all of you guys. You have a new order. You. There's only 2 divisions there, really. How about you are assigned to this as well. Hush hush, to get over here. Oh, you can't because of this battle. Right, let's go there normally. Fine. Good. So, these guys, low on organization? Yes. Very? No. Just a little bit. Okay, so that means I think we want to try to pop these guys a little bit more aggressively and send them into various different regions. Right, can I ask you guys here? You're doing a funny sort of maneuver. Let's get over here. Let's try to attack into there. Need to split these guys up into smaller groups. Is that still an attack that I want to push? Probably not. Okay, let's wait on this for now. We're going to see whether we can build that up a little bit more. Okay. Submarine sunk there, that's good. Convoy sunk there. No damage to us. That is also very good. How are you looking? You've got 6 ships online, including this very experienced guy over here, which potentially is a little bit worse even than the other ships, but midterm he's going to be better. Right, and more battles over here. 12 destroyers. I wonder whether just how quickly we would be able to win against them. Okay, there is an attack developing over here. You are supporting this, and that's okay. Can I ask these guys here to support this maybe? Can I do sort of a... How can I support an attack? Hopefully that should be working. Right, we are doing a little bit more damage than they are. They aren't really completely out of supply, but at least... No, we're doing much better now. Yeah, our guys are much better than they are. So yeah, they should actually fall, and they should fall relatively quickly. And on the other hand, it would be nice to push back a couple of these troops, although that just doesn't seem to be possible right now. Right, you're all doing fine. Suppose I could try to attack into here, and then have these guys support this attack. You can actually probably join the attack. Right, there we go. And there we are. Come on, the other guy needs to join in as well. It's a 14% chance, so that should work relatively well. Just the perpetual battle. Something over here. Oh yeah, a couple of submarines. We've got troops to Iceland, so it shouldn't fall quite as easily. Denmark is very nice. These troops are being kicked back. And we are doing a lot of damage over here. I mean, we are suffering a bit of damage as well, but at least we are doing a little bit. Right, are you... Yeah, you seem to be a little bit more than 63% now, so that's good. Do we have further troops up here? So I suppose what you guys here could do is... I would ask you to get over here and do a patrol mission. That's going to be alright. You here, the Dreadnought, is going to provide naval invasion support. Do we have anything else over here? Well, just these stupid submarines. Can I ask you to be in over here, because you're annoying me. Then we've got something over here? No. Air Fleet number 2? You seem to be not quite ready. No, not really. You're short a significant number of this. No, you're not. No. You're fine, actually. We've only got this guy repairing, but that's not quite as crucial. So, yeah, let's get you down here. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is to be, of course, on a strike mission in this area. Good. Lovely. Very good. How are we looking in terms of production? We are modernizing a couple of these hulls, and they're going to be ready very soon. So that's good. We are building infantry equipment. A lot of destroyers are sort of haphazardly hanging around, and we are short a couple of tanks, but not that many. Good. Right. So I think this battle here is the most important, because if we can break them there, we definitely have reduced them to a very limited number of opportunities. You know what? I think we can just do a general offensive here, trying to break through at a couple of points at the same time. So they are also having a couple of light cruisers, but all in all we seem to be fine. The thing about Hearts of Iron naval combat is I feel it just is very centered around small ships, which is fine. Small ships did play a large role in World War II, but the thing is, if you have capital ships without small ships, you're toast. You'll be shredded by especially torpedoes. On the other hand, if you have light ships without capital ships, you're basically fine. On the other hand, capital ships cannot do really anything against light ships on their own, so it's always sort of boiling down to who is losing their light ships first. The one win condition I find is the side who loses light ships first is going to lose the battle, and is probably going to lose the war. Right, you can go in there, at least on the naval side, of course. Some nations are relatively irrespective of any naval considerations. Okay, These are who? Canadian? I don't know. Everything fine up here. There is a battle up here. And I think we will be sending a couple of destroyers that way, so that's going to be alright. Quite a couple of forces over here in the Azores. But I suppose what you guys here could do here is sort of launch this attack whenever it's ready. Oh, there's a battle over here. Detection value here is not high enough. But there is a ship over there of the Commonwealth of Canada. Right, over here, come on, just break them. Break them. Break them. 85%? You're not supposed to actually walk over here. Just support, well, basically just support. I could have asked you to support anyway. It's also nice that we got the port, because that means we will be doing a little bit better over here in time, because we are suffering quite a bit of attrition as well, as they are. Okay, dropped out of the battle there, but these guys should fall fairly soon. They are bringing in a lot of reinforcements. But they can't possibly bring in reinforcements as quickly as we are bombing them. And indeed, it doesn't seem they are. These guys here should now fall very quickly as well. And there we go, fantastic. Pretty nice actually. So you all can attack over here. %66%? But yeah, I mean once you're gone, you're gone. You're part of this. Great. Right, what have we got in terms of battles? Nothing too particular over here. There we are with our light cruisers now. Apparently we didn't get into the battle quite in time, but here we are. See, and our concept is sort of working. So we have received a couple of hits here on these guys, but it's only a couple of damage points, about 9 damage points on by a torpedo hit there. Don't know how you get 9 damage points by a torpedo. Whereas these guys here seem to be losing quite a lot of destroyers, which is of course exactly what we want, because that prevents them from hunting our submarines. And indeed, hour by hour they are losing another destroyer here. Fantastic, very good. I would not have expected this to go that well. Military police, that's nice and handy. Let's go to recruitment here. We're going to add this. We are going to add, of course, the military police to this. And we now have a decent anti-partisan warfare unit, so let's train this up. I do want a lot of these guys, probably at least 24. That's going to be okay. Let's say 2 rounds of building these. Of course, you are very, very, very short on military equipment. So let's make sure that you're only getting that last, because I want to get distribute that to my combat units first. Other than that though, we could go for engineering company. We could research any of this. I'm slightly mindful about other things as well. It is nearly 1941. And dockyard output here would be extremely good. I mean, yes, it is a little bit ahead of time, but honestly not that much, so that might be a decent choice. This over here would be a good choice. Fire control systems, yes, very nice. I think that might be actually the thing to go for, because in a couple of days we're also going to get the radar. And, well, we could stagger this a little bit more actually. So everything here fine. Mechanized, yes, I do want that. Mountain stuff I'm not that keen on. Better tanks would be helpful. Are we getting anything for artillery? No, just soft attack on artillery. Any of these things are very good, don't get me wrong. Including several main, just like less critical hits on our side. All of that would be nice. Naval doctrine, good. We do need another fighter. But you know what, we're going to go for decryption here. It's a useful technology, and it's immediately coming into play, and we are fighting a lot of battles here at the same time, so I think that is great. Ooh, look at that. How well are our guys doing? So, that's what, the Yorkshire Home Guard? Answers, not well at all. Your base soft attack value is pretty much nil. While the other guys, on the other hand, so is theirs. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with this setup over there. BAM! 17 destroyers lost. 1 light cruiser lost. 2 things over there, so that is a fairly good result. For us, of course, let's see how much damage we took. And it appears not that much at all. 89%? I'm happy. I'm gonna take that. Let's send you to be repaired. Everyone else is actually fine. Good. Nice. Okay, you're sort of out of order. But as we go ahead, some of these guys should have slightly better ships. How about you? That's a 4-to-1 ratio, so I think you're alright. You are refitting a couple of ships though. Are we taking here in the Azores? We're not really doing that, it seems. We have a couple of troops here. Intel inefficiency. We know too little. Okay, we need more troops operating here. You do not quite have a 3-to-1 ratio. But if I split you off, you suddenly sort of have. And if I send you to be patrolling, you might be successful. Although we don't have any fuel. So let's go to trade. Let's look if anyone is offering us oil. Suppose we can get a little bit more from Mexico. Suppose we can get a little bit more from you. And of course I'm going to buy oil from the Soviets. They are our good friends. They are in fact allied to us. So we might be at least getting some positive fuel income, although it's costing us a ton in terms of civilian factories. Let's attack there. You are still attacking over here, but I think you should kick them back fairly soon. Although I think to some extent we are ping-ponging between these two groups. Nevertheless, we are winning over here, so they are getting overrun now. That is fairly nice, because I suppose you could also join this attack here. They are winning, you are getting overrun. Everyone is dead, that's good. You are coming down here. Good. So a lot of divisions there of the Reichs. Excuse me? Excuse me? What's going on? No landings? It appears so. Okay, we'll need to contain that. Most of the front line is still fine. And you're being kicked back against... So you're being stupidly kicked back, I think, by Germany maybe. Who is that actually? Iberian faction. Interesting. Also another battle over here with a couple of German submarines. I'm not going to go there because I'm afraid of German aircraft. Right, okay. Let's try to contain that down there. So I suppose firstly I'm going to take these 5 tanks here. Why are you low on... I don't know. Right, okay. You guys, your job here. This. Are you coming down here via rail? Yes, you are. Mostly, you're still being stupid. Do come down there. Right. And then the motorized divisions. Let's grab a couple of these guys. Okay, this is fine, because that is actually not... This is your capital? Awkward. Okay. Well, just be part of this. And you have a general attack line this way. Always got your coastline. Lots of divisions by the Mexicans trying to cross the Atlantic there. Not sure that is a wise idea. Right, let's keep an eye on things down here. I think it's sufficient if one of you guys wants to go there. You can actually stay there. Come on, there we go. Oh, you're being attacked. Lovely. Well, that's nice. Do come here. Do try to attack me, please. Right. And let's board these guys. 2 divisions more. How are you looking in terms of the war? So Middle Africa has lost a number of divisions. I think they were at 70 or so. So probably about 30 divisions or so lost. Capitulated. Let's collapse that. Most of these guys are doing fine. Germany has a tiny sliver there. Denmark as well. I think Denmark has been re-established, hasn't it? Yeah. So all in all, they are still fielding many more men than we are. About 2 million, I guess. Their losses are staggering though. 9 million guys lost. That's pretty bad for them. convoy sunk down here. Big battle over here, and our guys are trying to join. Or did they? Did they maybe run away? I don't know. I don't know specifically. Right, how are we looking in terms of this couple of guys that are being repaired over there? Nothing too big really though. So in terms of production, yeah, a lot of guys should have rejoined now. We got a little bit short on rubber for whatever reason it seems. Because you're not delivering. Who could deliver rubber to us? Socialist Republic sounds good. Yeah, that's actually one too many. And here in Tungsten, we can do with a little less. Right, how are we then in terms of construction? Yeah, we're down at least 5 over here. Yeah, and we desperately need guys who are repairing all of this stuff. In terms of logistics, we are 20,000 infantry equipment short. But not much that can be done about that. Right, I guess you guys will come over here. What? No, 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 don't be stupid. That was a weird move. Right, unfulfilled import request. I think that's not true anymore, is it? No, it must be. You. Oh. Well. Then let's ask for less. Good. Alright, resistance occupation still in a lot of countries, and we do have a lot of air wings. 900 Hurricanes, actually. But yeah, we don't really have the fuel to run them is the issue. Things over here are, well, not great, but I think at least the Soviets aren't collapsing right now. So that is something to be happy about. Where are you going? You're joining up with Scout Fleet number 2. How about Scout Fleet number 1? You don't have any silent regions, really, is that so? You're supposed to got this here, and yeah, there we go. Now it's starting. Okay, I was misreading that entirely, but that was my fault. Good. You are still a little bit awkwardly placed over here, so let's send you to be repaired. I think that brings us much closer to the sort of desired range that I would like to see. Right, so that's good. You are still doing your thing. You're pretty good, I think. You're mostly just superficial damage, really. So that's nice. I would like to bring one more cruiser down here. And you here are not really doing any job. So let's send this light cruiser into this group as well. And you're gonna get a replacement, of course. A replacement that it has been a little bit short up. But you know what? I think that's alright. Yeah, let's send you into the Scout Fleet. This is truly starting to look like a very, very strong force over here. Just look at all of these destroyers that these guys have already sunk. So yeah, I think that's gonna be very, very nice for us. In terms of research, we are doing alright. Encryption coming online soon. And then, yeah, I suppose we should start fire control after that, because I do want to build up new light cruisers that are going to be fantastic. Maybe even on a new hull, or at least modernize the latest ones. We could also go for these things that are like the dual purpose guns over here. They are very nice because they do have some anti-air capabilities, and I very, very, very much like that. What are you actually for? Pyramid structure with the torpedo loadout? Anti-air, basically. So for an anti-air cruiser. Not the most important one. This is fun, I think. Heavy attack 50, but with no heavy piercing. It's a weird thing, but it looks fun. We should have a let's play around centered around that at some point, but yeah, not for this let's play. Right. Do we really need advanced torpedo launchers? They're nice, but also verify ahead of time. These guys over here, dual purpose secondary battery. That is pretty good. I think secondary battery cannot be fit on light cruisers though, can it? And I'm totally mistaken. It can. So yeah, just reforming these guys. You can see they've never been upgraded at all. but still they are much better than the unupgraded other light cruisers were. So that being said, I think this is a very good place to put in a cut. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Who are you? Oh, interesting. The Air Fleet. Right, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Do let me know what you think of this little new fleet over here. Is that something that you've tried? Do you think our Marines will be successful here on the Azores? I don't know. If they are, that would be great, because we could start sending them against the Entente over there. And this here is... I mean, on the one hand, it's pretty bad for us. On the other hand, it's probably going to kill a couple of divisions here from the Italians. And that might reduce the strength on this front and take a little bit of pressure away from the Soviets, in the long term at least. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Do leave a like and all of that, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.